Well, hello everybody. This is Mr. O. And as you know, from time to time I redo older videos. And one of the videos I'm going to redo is how to make or why we create a digital portfolio. And the first one I made is like 20 minutes long, and it's mostly for the advanced placement students. So for beginner artists or people who are just introducing to digital portfolios, I'm trying to make a shorter video that you can hang with a little bit and hopefully still get why we create digital portfolios. So I'm going to use Google. Now, everyone has some sort of cloud stuff that they can use. And as you can see, I have a Mr. O's art portfolio. Now, why do I have my name on it? It's very important that you put your name on your file, because if you share it with somebody, if it just says art portfolio, as a teacher, if I have a bunch of people wanting to share stuff with me and it all says art portfolio, I won't know who's who, and it'd be hard to search for it. So make sure you put your name on it. That's like in my class, that's the first file. So they'll create this, you go to new folder, and you would write your name right there, create. Now I'm not going to create one right now. I'm going to do this on the inside. As you can see, I have all these other folders. And now some of you goes, well, my Google isn't laid out this way. So you see this over here? Some students and some people don't know, if you go here, it just gives you a list. And by the way, when you go to your actual photos and stuff, it'll give you your photo size. So if you ever want to know what your photo size are, or your picture when you take them and you got to send them in somewhere, that will help you there. And I like this view. Other people like the list view. And I'm going to create new. And one of the pieces I did this year was an Ozzy tribute. Now for students, they would probably do their classwork. And so it would, let's say the first class that's watching this is 2D Art 1, and they would make a folder that says 2D Art 1 and hit create, and as you can see, it'll pop up right there. And the idea is that you put your artwork, it'd be beautiful if we can save our artwork at all times, and sometimes we sell our artwork, but we want to have that memory. And I'm going to see if I can just click that open. It's a PNG. Mostly these will be JPEGs and PNG, but the PNG file, as you can see, this is going into a published book. And I want to have a copy of it. And any sketches, this was a picture that originally I had no direction with until I got an assignment, make a tribute for Ozzy Osbourne. And I was like, man, I got a piece half done. I know how to finish it now. And instead of throwing it away or getting frustrated with it, and I'm going to put it right there. See how I can grab it this way and just drag it? And there's always a move button. And then when I open it, so when I collect my sketches, I will put those also in there. So everything related to the Ozzy tribute will go in there. But how would you do it as an art class? So let's say 2D Art 1. I just want you to just throw all your photos into the one folder. Now, if you want to open it up, and I think I'm going to go with let's try the dragon and see if it's separated. Yes, my dragon one, you can see I opened that folder and I have separate folders for it. And then if you click on that, you'll see all the sketch work, all the progress shots. Sometimes it's really cool when you just look at the progress shot. This is a very large picture, so I have a very large drafting table in here, and just see how the size of this, because this was 20 by 24. There's many artists who go much larger than me, and it's a good way to save. And so if you're a student, even as a young adult, you want to show your artwork, you want to become a tattoo artist, you want to become a college student, you want to get a scholarship. By having all your stuff grouped, you can do that. Let's just say you're just a young person and you do commission work. People pay you, or you draw stuff. So like I have a book that I did, I Know Karate, and I don't have it filled with all the pictures yet, but I start putting in the finished pieces. I will put the ones with lettering in, and then all my original sketches, all the original art, I will put in that folder. Um, like stuff in progress. Um, so like for students, I'm going to recommend that they maybe do a personal art folder. One they don't have to share with me. They could share it with me, but it's personal to them because I don't want them to share their folder with me unless they really want to. The whole portfolio, I'm just going to look at it and just see that they're doing it and not what per se. It's not about a grade. This is about just create it. I just want it created. I want the folders created. How you use it will be up to you. Biggest thing that you want to be careful of, how you take pictures of sketches and stuff, they don't have to be the most perfect pictures. And with the new cell phone policy, I'm going to have a video that shows how to use the digital cameras. It's going to be a process. So that's why it's going to be, only 5 people at a time will do it, which is normal. When we had our cell phones, we'd take a picture of the art, made it real good. The problem usually came is students, especially in 2D Art 1, they didn't take a good photo of their final because they didn't think it was good enough or something like that. And they kind of regret that. And when they go back, and then, it's always good. I'm trying to remember a photo. I didn't do a very good. I think it's in marker, and it was Eva the Archer. So I did this as a GIF for Eva Vernard, and if you look at this picture, I can crop it and kind of make it look good, but I didn't have good lighting on it. There was a lot I didn't have on it because it was just like a finished piece that was for somebody, and I should have done that, because when she does come to my class, I want to be able to like show a good photo of what I did. And as you can see, even in my marker, I do have different things, and then sometimes it's in genre. And so that's an idea for you. And then the biggest thing too is you can see down here, I have these pictures right here, and I'm just going to click them open, and just so you can see the biggest problem with them, same picture, and I'm going to show you how I make a copy, is they have glares. So be careful of your lighting. Sometimes you have too little light, and sometimes you can have too much light. Just have a nice light source and work that glare. Sometimes you put your camera in a slight angle, and then you can crop it and straighten it out. Some of your phones automatically do that, and unfortunately we won't be using phones. We'll have to use some editing software, which it creates another limitation. As we all know, it's law that we can't use our cell phone here in the state of Iowa. And then tattoo art, that's some of that is what I have designed, and some of that is tattoos that I'm kind of interested in, and these are resources. So I'm using my own portfolio for that. It doesn't always have to be just my art or my stuff. It could be reference stuff. Stuff that I find, stuff that I do, and I'm not always good at putting stuff in here also, but I at least have it started, and when I find time, I do it. I know many of you have some beautiful sketches, unfinished sketches, great ideas that maybe at the moment you don't have the talent to really fulfill your idea, and you make a folder for that. So like in my class, all I'm asking 2D Art 1 to do is create so-and-so's art portfolio. And then within that art portfolio, I want a 2D Art 1 class. Now, if they've taken other art classes, they can make other folders in there. And like I said, you can make it as personal as possible. If you're confused by anything, please ask questions. Or for those who are watching this on the YouTube channel, just leave comments below. And hey guys, I appreciate it. And you know what? I am going to write this because it's been a while. I got a piece of paper. I'll write right on here. Sorry, have to grab a marker. This might be the worst paper to grab because I need it for an example. So I'll tell you what, I put thing, but you know, you guys are loved. You're not alone. And just don't forget how important you are. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.